They say death comes without warning. But what if I told you, your body knows long before you do? 24 hours before the end, it starts sending quiet signals. Little malfunctions, fading warmth, forgotten breaths. And while you laugh, eat, or scroll through your phone, something inside you is already preparing to stop. This is not a ghost story. It's not fiction. It's what really happens inside your body and your mind in the last 24 hours before death. It begins quietly, not with pain, not even with fear, just a feeling something you can't quite explain, like the world around you has stepped 1 inch further away. You don't know it yet, but these are your final 24 hours, and your body knows long before your mind ever will. Every cell in your body has started counting down. Every heartbeat a soft knock on the door of something inevitable. Some call it death, but biologically, it's a process. And psychologically, it's one of the most mysterious transitions in human existence. He looks healthy. His heart still pumps, lungs still expand. But inside him, changes are beginning invisible, silent, irreversible. In the final 24 hours, the body doesn't just shut down. It prepares. It's as if the body knows something the mind refuses to accept. Hour 24, the first signal. The first signal is fatigue, but not the usual kind. It's heavy, dull, like gravity itself has doubled. Your body begins to redirect blood flow away from your hands and feet, focusing on the vital organs. Your skin turns cold, slightly pale. You think you're just tired, maybe dehydrated. But in reality, your body has started to surrender. In these final hours, most people report a strange sense of calm detachment. The brain releases a flood of endorphins, nature's painkillers, as if trying to soften what's coming. If you could see yourself now, you'd look fine. But under the surface, your cells are running out of oxygen faster than they can replace it. Your metabolism slows. Your heartbeat grows less efficient. Hour 18, the disconnection. It's subtle at first. Your senses start fading. Smells seem weaker. Sounds feel distant. Time begins to stretch. Many who've experienced near-death states describe it as watching themselves from outside their body. This isn't spiritual. It's neurological, a phenomenon called dissociation, caused by a surge of chemicals in the parietal lobe, the part of the brain that defines where you exist in space. So when people say they see themselves from above sometimes, they actually do. And as night deepens, something inside you grows quieter. Not peaceful, just muted. Your body is shutting off the unnecessary systems: digestion, temperature control, peripheral awareness. It's choosing survival over sensation. But deep down, something else awakens, a faint primal awareness of ending. The same instinct animals feel before they die. Hour 12, the slow collapse. You're still alive, but you've entered the second phase: systemic decline. Blood pressure drops. Your pulse weakens. You begin to drift between consciousness and something else. At this stage, your brain begins to hallucinate. Flashes of light, familiar faces, memories that never happened. It's not imagination. It's neurons firing randomly as oxygen levels fall. Scientists call it terminal lucidity, when a dying person suddenly becomes calm or alert. It's the brain's final electrical surge, a desperate attempt to stay online before the darkness spreads. And here's the terrifying part: you can feel your body disappearing. You can't move as easily. Your limbs feel far. Even your heartbeat sounds distant, like it's happening in another room. Hour 6, the final drift. You no longer feel hunger. You don't feel thirst. You barely feel time. This is when many describe seeing a light or feeling a presence. Not necessarily something divine, but rather your visual cortex flooding with dying signals. As your optic nerve loses power, the darkness closes in from the edges. Your brain, desperate to make sense of it, creates a tunnel of light. It's not heaven. It's perception unraveling. You're halfway between two realities, now one still pulsing faintly with life, and one that's been waiting since the beginning of time. Your body isn't fighting anymore. Your cells are exhausted. Your systems have stopped resisting. And for a brief, almost imperceptible moment, you let go. It doesn't hurt. It just feels like falling asleep, but deeper, quieter, further than you've ever gone before. The moment of crossing. There's no heartbeat now, no breath, but the silence isn't empty. Inside the body, millions of microscopic events are unfolding all at once. Death, as we call it, isn't a single moment. It's a slow, structured collapse. Your dying brain, flooded with neurotransmitters, is replaying fragments of your deepest memories as it shuts down. You aren't watching your life. You're inside it. Every moment feels real, every sound sharp, every face alive again. And then, slowly the signal weakens. The neurons go quiet, one by one, like lights being turned off in a skyscraper at night. The body's last resistance. Even after death is declared, your body doesn't give up easily. Your muscles twitch. Your organs continue microscopic movements for minutes, sometimes hours. Tiny bursts of energy still ripple through your cells. The stomach digests. The nails and hair seem to grow. It's not growth, it's dehydration, tightening the skin. But to an observer, it looks disturbingly alive. And then comes stillness. The true stillness, the one that feels wrong to witness. The moment consciousness ends. What happens to you, the consciousness? The awareness is the greatest mystery of all. Some scientists say it fades instantly, like a candle flame snuffed out. Others believe it lingers at the brain. Even in its final second, creates the illusion of a continued self to soften the transition. You wouldn't feel fear, because your brain floods itself with dimethyltryptamine, DMT, the same chemical released in dreams. You begin to dream one final time. And in that last internal world, you could live another lifetime. Seconds stretch into eternity. Memories loop. Reality dissolves. To an outside observer, you're gone. But to your mind, it's possible that you're still there, trapped inside a perfect illusion of peace. Or something else. The hours after death. 6 hours later, your body is cold. The blood has settled, staining the lower skin in deep purple livor mortis. Your muscles stiffen rigor mortis. Your jaw tightens. Your hands curl slightly inward. By the 12th hour, your skin begins to lose elasticity. Cells rupture. Bacteria from your own intestines begin to eat you from within. But the mind, the part that once honored what death would feel like, is long gone. Recycled into memory. Faded into chemical silence. The silence beyond. We think of death as an ending, but biologically, it's a transformation. Everything that made you human, the warmth, the thought, the sound of your voice, breaks apart into 1,000 smaller lives. Your carbon becomes soil, your atoms become wind. And in time, something new begins from what you once were. Maybe death isn't the end of consciousness. Maybe it's the moment it becomes everything else. Your atoms rejoin the earth. Your energy joins the air. Your awareness, whatever it truly was, returns to the source it came from. And in that infinite silence, you remember nothing. But perhaps something remembers you.